On the news tonight, new Commissioner of Police FCT resumes duty, promises tough times for criminals in the nation's capital. And Abuja Muslim Congress holds annual lecture addresses key factors of economic development. Good evening, and here is the 7 p.m. news on Nta Channel 5, Abuja, and I am Aisha Oba Ali. The Nigerian Police Force says it will deploy technology to tackle emerging crimes in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. New FCT Commissioner of Police said this on assumption of duty at the command. Tessie Omeri reports.
There is a new sheriff in the FCT. He is Disu Olatunji, stepping in as the Commissioner of Police in the nation's capital. CP Disu is coming at a time the campaign against crime and criminality is recording success, with expectations that he will bring experience to bear in sustaining the campaign of insecurity in the nation's capital. The enthusiasm is high among police personnel in the FCT command as they receive the new helmsman.
Thank you so much.
The new Commissioner of Police meets the rank and file in the command, the Intelligence Response Team, the Joint Civilian Task Force, among others. CP Olatunji explains that FCT borders many contagious states that are confronted with security challenges, hence the influx of criminals into the nation's capital, assuring that the command under his watch is battle-ready to confront criminal elements and rid them out of the city.
To those who seek to disrupt the tranquility of the FCT, I send a clear and resolute message. My tenure will be marked by a zero-tolerance approach to all forms of crimes and criminality.
The command, he says, will also leverage community policing to secure FCT for all. Until his deployment to FCT, CP Olatunji Disu served in different capacities and police formations, including the head of Intelligence Response Team, Special Anti-Robbery Squad SARS in Rivers State, and as the immediate past Commissioner of Police, Rivers State. In Abuja, Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the ruling party, the All Progressives Congress, APC, has recognized and celebrated the potential in Professor Abdul Karim Abubakar Kana, a legal luminary and a newly confirmed senior advocate of Nigeria's son. This honor resonated deeply among the political class, families, friends, associates, and well-wishers who gathered to celebrate this milestone. Asabo William takes it up from here.
Professor Abdul Karim Abubakar Kana's appointment as the APC's National Legal Advisor has been met with widespread confidence in his ability to deliver. Speakers at the event hosting the newly decorated Senior Advocate of Nigeria and National Legal Advisor to APC expressed trust in Prof. Kana's capacity to excel in his new role, predicting that he will leave a lasting legacy as the best National Legal Advisor the party has ever had. Prof. Kana's impressive track record as a two-term Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice under Nasarawa State Governor Sule's administration has earned him a reputation as a dedicated lawyer, particularly at the grassroots level. His commitment to development of Nigeria and the legal profession is unparalleled, as many describe him as a shining example of excellence in his field.
A lot I will say about him, but indeed, for him to have achieved this feat of SAN, to some of us, is not surprising. We are not doing anything different from what we expect. It is just that we want to see the pedigree from which he comes. And because of his humility, he is now my senior national legal advisor. He is still regarded as my leader. The welcome and of the honor will continue to make about 9 years. The God continues
For his family, the advice is simple. The journey has just begun. And indeed, with Prof. Kana at the helm, hopes are high that Nigeria will become a better nation with Prof. Kana as a senior advocate of Nigeria.
So as a family, we are fulfilled, so we are very proud of him, and we want to advise him that he should continue the good work, the community service he has been rendering to the downtrodden.
It's an honor indeed, and the expectations are high. And one of those expectations is that one is expected to be a role model.
My intention was to first of all serve the humanity.
The Senior Advocate of Nigeria title is conferred on legal practitioners with at least 10 years of standing who have distinguished themselves in legal profession. With Prof. Kana's expertise and dedication, the APC is poised to benefit from his leadership, and Nigeria as a whole may see positive changes in the legal landscape. Asabe Williams, NTA News.
What does a home mean to you? A place of refuge, comfort, and belongings. Findings show that for millions of people worldwide, this basic human right remains out of reach. Asabe Williams again in this report examines the state of urban housing and the path forward.
Designated by the United Nations in 1985, World Habitat Day aims to raise awareness about the need for affordable, accessible, and sustainable housing. Research reveals alarming trends as cities expand, overcrowding and lack of basic amenities threaten the well-being of millions of people. To this end, experts warn that inadequate housing affects not only individuals, but entire communities, perpetuating cycles of poverty and inequality. But then, there is hope as collaborative efforts can transform lives.
Currently, 1 billion people live in overcrowded settlements with inadequate housing. By 2030, that number will rise to 1.6 billion. Action is needed now to provide low-income families and vulnerable populations with affordable housing, with security of tenure and easy access to water, sanitation, transport and other basic services. On World Habitat Day, in this crucial decade of action to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, I call for heightened efforts to promote the partnerships, pro-poor policies and regulations needed to improve housing in cities.
On this year's World Habitat Day, experts urge governments, organizations, and individuals to prioritize affordable housing and sustainable urban development. The theme for this year's World Habitat Day is engaging youths to create a better urban future. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
And to health now, cerebral palsy is a neurological condition which occurs in children, manifesting before birth. Hakimat Aliyu in this report tells us more about cerebral palsy, with more than 17 million people living with the condition.
Cerebral palsy refers to a group of disorders that affect muscle movement and coordination. According to medical experts, cerebral palsy is caused by a damage or abnormal development in the parts of the brain that control movement. These events can happen before, during, or shortly after birth, particularly in the first few years of life when the brain is still developing.
Cerebral palsy has to do with the brain. So first off, we need to disengage the minds of people from thinking that the children are possessed or they are ogbanje or they are demonic. It's an issue that occurred sometimes during birth, after birth, sometimes even when the child has grown to like 1 year.
Research indicates that this condition affects 1 to 4 out of every 1,000 children worldwide. The symptoms of cerebral palsy vary from person to person and range from mild to severe. Some people with cerebral palsy may have difficulty walking and sitting. Some others have trouble grasping objects.
There are several causes of cerebral palsy. Most times, most common causes are children who do not get enough oxygen at birth. It is called birth asphyxia.
CP is not a disease. CP is just a what? A neurological development disorder that affects movement, that affects motor impairment.
The effects of the condition can become more or less obvious or limiting as a child grows and develops motor skills. They also vary depending on the part of the brain that is affected. With the vision to create global awareness about cerebral palsy, the World Cerebral Palsy Day is observed every October to bring attention to the condition. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
The 13th annual lecture The 13th annual lecture of the Abuja Muslim Congress has been held, focusing on unlocking Nigeria's economic growth. Howard Gimba reported stakeholders at the event addressed key factors of economic development, including faith, morals, justice, and fair play.
At the 13th annual lecture by the Abuja Muslim Congress, stakeholders stressed the importance of collective responsibility and leadership to drive Nigeria's economy. Nigeria's economy needs a productivity boost to match peer countries, which experts believe can be achieved through faith, personal morality, just and fair play, economic welfare. The lecture also highlighted the need for leaders to showcase values such as integrity, honesty, responsibility, justice, courage, and wisdom, which are essential for leadership.
Accountability means being answerable to the citizens. In a good governance model, citizens are the most powerful.
In Islam, you cannot sit down in your office and administer. You must go out to see the policies you are making. What does it translate to in the public?
Leadership has been something that is challenging, and it's something that people have been yearning for, to understand, number one, who a leader should be, what are the roles of a leader, what should a leader should give back to the followers.
The two of them gave very, very instructive and very, very enlightening talk from the Islamic perspective on what to see or what we should do as Muslims.
We need to go back to doing the right thing at the right time. And what is that right thing? Getting into offices, people that have something to deliver.
The event recognized individuals who have promoted Islamic values, presenting awards to those who have distinguished themselves in propagating Islam.
And we have seen that those that have done justice to this topic, the lecturers, they have really done a justice to it, to the fact that they have already coined out what is supposed to be of a leader.
But the leadership is a product of the led. So we have to show a good example. Let the change start with us.
Howard Gimba, NTA News.
Kamar ta isa. Ai ni a zahiri 10x ce akan da. Barkata 10x.
Barkata 10 times zai ninka maka kyautar data da za ka yi duk abubuwan da kake so yi a yanar gizo. Ka yi kira na bidiyo, sauraron sauti kai tsaye, kallon allon bidiyo, jin waƙoƙi ko buga wasanni duk a yanar gizo.
Bai tsaya a nan ba. Za su bani naira 1000 kyauta, sannan za su bani kyautar data, su bani kyautar kira. Barka da zuwa.
Ninki 10 na datan da ka samu a wayarka zai baka damar yin duk abubuwan da kake son yi sau 10.
Iye? Duk wannan a barkata 10x?
Maza mu je mu karɓi namu barkata 10x. Maza ka je ka nemi layinka na Glo domin ka mori duk garabasar data na barkata 10 times tare da ninki 10 na duk abin da ka loda a wayarka. Duka datan ka za a ninka maka shi ninki ba ninki. Kyautar data na dare da kuma garabasar 1000 na barka da zuwa. Tuna nemo layinka na Glo ko ka matsa *301# domin ka more wannan garabasar. Glo Unlimited.
And on sports, Alpha Volleyball Club has emerged champions of the 2024 Hobart Development Association Novelty Match in Abuja. Francisca Biller reports.
Members of Yoruba Development Association Abuja trooped out in their numbers to showcase their love for sport as they defied the rain to participate in different sporting activities at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. This year's event kick-started with a walk and jog exercise as well as aerobics. Subsequently, members of the association took to the courts to participate in novelty matches, specifically badminton and volleyball. In the volleyball event, Team Alpha claimed the bragging right after overcoming the Omega team.
We played hard and God has given us the victory in this volleyball match.
Badminton game is one of my games that I play, and therefore anytime I see a court, at least an racket, I can play it well.
While describing this year's event as a huge success, organizers say the aim of boosting the well-being of their members as well as fostering unity has been achieved beyond expectation.
My community is a community where people are really connected one to another. And the best way we show our commitment is to be physically fit. That is why we have to carry it through and also teach our children that well-being depends on how healthy and how fit you are at any given time.
It portrays unity, togetherness. You can see that so many people you will not be able to see when you are in their offices. But when you come together here, you find that you will be able to see everybody. The families are united.
The atmosphere is also good. You can see people are happy, joyful, dancing, doing different types of activities to relax. So it's good for relaxation. And these are some of the reasons why we organize this event, and it has now become an annual event.
Despite the rain, we came together and we played, we enjoy ourselves, we reunite that energy, that strength, that zeal, we saw it among ourselves, and that's why we see it is very, very important that we organize such programs.
With the success of this year's edition, members of the association are already looking forward to a bigger event in 2025. In Abuja, Francisca Biller, NTA News.
Many thanks for watching the English version of the news, but please stay tuned for the translation of the news in other languages. I am Aisha Ubali. Good night.
Azani ba jile ba iwo ba chi ba je yuze kwen kwa we wona na iwo abeda natuko isha ndaje zuma woni ye wa go ba gbai bajiza mbedai kwa chige shinya jila anya shandana jiba zawo shinya yanyi wo shinwa anya puta de la gambie wei busbi daya no abawe nanu kin zindan no ayo latunji duso wa gange wo ba jin apma no apabui ayen na bage wa wan aza anukwe mba ni filo nanu kinzinde te ba yege asun shokogo asin ozanwa le sheba we be na bedai na yo tesi omeri wa gange gambie we dade no asai no we be tenten chei we pe sinya tenten ya no agawo nanu kinzinde we gange ye ebi nkwa gange kwa zakwe bata nwa jon wen buji ye wota gan eji wanwa wen party no ayiko nko pele nbe nhaye ko yi no ayiko ge APC yin koku agmadanya professor Abdulkadir Abubakar Kanayi no owo no ye pe lolo no owa sapa gbedogun aza nba no ye pe lolo no owa peye bainla mwanwa gawo zaya konya owaya nanu eikie nsapa owaya azanu ale shiba webe na beda ingi asabe kenemu Williams wagage aza mwa beye no sepa siyasa ya owo ebie owo anuku bedenu aza jei ba kun bebuye na bage ba mawo agmadanya mwa ye nu agawe abiyansa nu ayikolo nu apabu gbege celebral palsy ojiyansanu nko be pa nu apo ebi we dnanu owe anubo to we bibon nko jin kwa jin sanu ama ebi chei ajebi shi to we wazan ozan pepion we jin abo jalala Hakima Aliu nwa le sheba we be na bedai wa gan ege aza nwa belo dnanu ikinye mba lolo million ngun awoche tnaba nba nu yansan ye lolo na ye ekwen be jin pe no abeche shi aiga aza we kan ya ntukotu yansan ye bo nkwen omaje ye obota zenyi anyi ekin nsansun saisu
Masu kallo da sauraron mu a daidai wannan lokaci, Assalamu alaikum barkanmu da warhaka. Ga fassarar wasu daga cikin labaranmu na yau a taƙaice mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. Rundunar 'yan sandan Abuja ta ce za ta yi amfani da kayan aikin zamani masu aiki da fasaha wajen magance ɗaukacin ƙalubalen tsaron da ake fuskanta a nan babban birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja. Wakiliyarmu Tessy Omeri ta shaida mana cewa sabon kwamishinan 'yan sandan Abuja Olatunji Disu shi ne ya bayyana haka a yayin jawabinsa na kama aiki a rundunar ga manema labarai. Jam'iyyar APC mai mulki ta karrama tare da taya Farfesa Abdulkarim Abubakar Kana murnar tabbatar da shi a matsayin babban mai shari'a na ƙasa wato SAN. Wakiliyarmu Asabe Tanimu Williams ta rawaito mana cewa bikin karramawar ya haɗa da jigajigan 'yan siyasa, iyalai, 'yan uwa, abokan arziki da masoyansa wanda suka halarci taron domin taya shi murnar samun babban girma da ake alfahari da shi. An bayyana cutar da ke addabar yara tun suna ciki kafin a haife su wato cerebral palsy a matsayin cuta mai haɗari wanda ya kamata a magance ta domin inganta lafiyar yara masu tasowa. Wakiliyarmu Hakima Aliyu ta shaida mana cewa sama da mutane 17,000 ne ke rayuwa da cutar a faɗin ƙasar nan. Cutar da masana kiwon lafiya suka bayyana wasu dalilai masu tarin yawa a matsayin abubuwan da ke haddasa cutar, inda suka buƙaci iyaye musamman mata su mai da hankali wajen daƙile abubuwan da suke haifar da cutar don kyautata rayuwar yaran. To ƙarshen labaran namu na yau kenan, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai mu, mu kwana lafiya.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o, ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etígbọ̀ọ́ yín láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún l'Àbújá. Ọláyínká Adéníjì ni oníròyìn yín. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ti sọ di mímọ̀ wípé àwọn yóò ṣiṣẹ́ dé ojú àmì pẹ̀lú ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá lórí àwọn ìwà láabi ní olú ìlú Nàìjíríà Àbújá bó ti wù kó rí. Kọmíṣánná ọlọ́pàá tuntun fún ìlú Àbújá, Ọ̀gágun Túnjí Dìísù ló fìdí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kalẹ̀ nígbà tó ń gùn lé orí àlééfà gẹ́gẹ́ bí kọmíṣánná ọlọ́pàá tuntun fún ìlú Àbújá, gẹ́gẹ́ bí Tessy Omeri aṣojú kọ̀ròyìn wa ṣe jábọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC tó ń ṣèjọba lọ́wọ́ APC ìyẹn wọ́n ti ṣayẹyẹ ìgbóríyìn fún ọ̀kan gbòógì lára wọn, ìyẹn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ wọn kan tí orúkọ rẹ̀ ń jẹ́ Abdulkareem Abubakar Kana, agbẹjọ́rò tó gbòye bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èyí tí ó tún dànsákì nínú oyè agbẹjọ́rò àgbà jùlọ ìyẹn SAN lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà. Aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa Àṣàbí Williams jábọ̀ wípé ọ̀rẹ́, ẹbí, ẹgbẹ́ àti ojúlùmọ̀ ní èyí tí wọ́n kó ara wọn jọ tí wọ́n sì wà ní ìsọ̀ǹgbè tí wọ́n sì rí dájú wípé ó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ìpèsè ìpàgede èyí tí ayẹyẹ márìírí rẹ̀ fún olóyè tuntun yìí. Àrùn tí ó ń gba omijé lójú ènìyàn láìnídìí ní èyí tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láàárín àwọn ògo wẹrẹ ṣáájú ọjọ́ ìbí wọn ìyẹn cerebral palsy ni wọ́n ṣe ayẹyẹ ìrántí rẹ̀ lágbàáyé lónìí. Aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa Hakimat Aliyu jábọ̀ wípé ó lé ní mílíọ̀nù 7 àwọn ènìyàn tó ti lùgbàdì àrùn yìí tó sì jẹ́ pé agbára Elédùà ni wọ́n ń rojú rẹ̀ wípé kí ó lè kó wọn yọ. Tó àrùn tó gbóògùn àti èyí tí ò gbóògùn, Elédùà ò ní fi sọ ẹnìkankan wa lọ́jọ́ o. Ìròyìn ọ̀hún kò ní ju báyìí lọ. Ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan láòjí o, ká sùn láyọ̀.